Philip is a very interesting character. He's grown up very privileged. He has, by his own right, become a prolific playwright in his own, in his own capacity. But he's not happy where he's at, and he feels very sort of caged in. I think that, along with a childhood that was, kind of supported by wealth and fame and success on his behalf, has made him very jaded, and he's kind of lost sight of who he is in all of this. He notices that there's something special about PT. He just doesn't care what people think. He doesn't have this weight of the rules that society has built or our predecessors before us have put on us now that we bear, things like dress code or, what a play can be. The rules of society don't apply to him. And he celebrates that in his shows. And it takes a couple cocktails and a dance number, which is kind of rad. But in the end, he gets Philip to invest and become a partner with PT. The biggest breakthrough for Philip, I think for really anyone in the movie, is the moment that you realize that you don't have to live within the boundaries that everyone else has set through history or through time. You don't have to follow the rules. You don't have to color inside the lines. You can be your own person. With a director like Michael Gracey and somebody like Hugh Jackman at the helm, this really does have the potential to be something spectacular. Benjamin Justin's music, although it's contemporary in many ways, it still fits. It works, and it's catchy. It's great music. This was some of the most technical choreography I've ever attempted in my entire life. Watching him and his attitude towards the way he approaches work with such tenacity and such love for what he's doing. He's clearly in his element. It made me want to elevate. Zendaya was remarkably skilled at trapeze by the end of this movie. We were doing aerial stunts, swinging around the room with one arm attached to, a piece of rope, like legitimately, no harnesses, and colliding. It was pretty crazy when I think back on it in retrospect. Everybody gave their absolute maximum effort in this movie. Not just the performers aside. From every single person involved in this movie made these numbers come together, and we ended up with something I think that's truly going to be magical. This whole idea of a family of misfits coming together and suddenly realizing the power that they have and believing in themselves. They're no longer in the shadows. They're out, celebrating. They're proud of who they are after they meet PT. And that's truly beautiful. It's just a beautiful message. Every single time I watch her perform or sing or hear her sing, or I'm just awestruck